Happy Friday, everyone. I'm coming up to you with another reading vlog. My name's Katie, and welcome back to my channel. So it's been about 2 weeks since I last did my reading vlog. I did not read that much last weekend. I had picked up an extra book that was not on my TBR for the month. It was a novella ebook. It was Destroy Me by Tahir Mafi. And that was the one book that I read last weekend. And other than that, I really didn't pick up a book at all. But this weekend's going to be different. So I am currently on my last book for the month for March, which happens to be A Question of Holmes by Brittany Cavallaro. This is the last book in the Sherlock Holmes series. I've been trying to put this book off for a little bit because I did not want to finish the series. I looked the series from the beginning when I picked up A Study in Charlotte to now, and so I kind of had this be my last book for the month because I was not ready for it to end. So I picked it up last week, but then I stopped reading. I just stopped because I wasn't ready for it, and I was in a way I wasn't in a reading mood last weekend also, which is why I read a novella instead of an actual physical book. But I'm so ready to continue with this book and finish it. I am currently on page. I'm trying to find my bookmark. Oh, there it is. I'm on page 113, and there's about there's 287 pages, so let's see, handy dandy calculator. I have 174 pages left in A Question for Holmes, and the story is very interesting, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying that we get to see more of Charlotte's point of view, because the other books have been mostly in James's point of view, so it's very exciting to have a book that's more in Charlotte's point of view. But I am enjoying A Question for Holmes. And if I plan to finish it this weekend, and since I plan to finish it this weekend, then I plan to start my April TBR, even though we have a week until April. But once I finish a TBR, I tend to like to start my next TBR in a sense, because that way it's like, okay, if I know I have a lot of books on my TBR for the next month, I'll want to be able to get a head start in it. So I have 2 books that are on my April TBR. One of them happens to be my biggest book for the month. And that happens to be Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the second book after The Name of the Wind. It's going to be a trilogy, and Patrick takes his time in writing. And this book, I got the bigger book. Originally I had the mass paperback copy of the book, but I found when I was reading Wise Man's Name of the Wind that I had a little hard time reading the book because the mass paperback it's smaller, and yes, it's thicker, but the words are also very like small, and sometimes I open my book like this, and I didn't want to ruin the spine, and so I went out and I bought a bigger copy of it where I'm able to open it all the way, and it just also happens to be floppy, which I like. But I know that if I finished my March TBR, that I wanted to start right away in April, even if it's still March, just because I knew that this puppy right here is my biggest book of the month. And so I knew I wanted to start this book because this will probably take me the longest. And April's very busy for me because I have just signed up for I just signed up for Camp NaNoWriMo for the month of April. And so, besides trying to read 12 books in the month of April, I'm going to be trying to write 30,000 words of a story. I am down the earth excited to be able to do Camp NaNoWriMo. And it's exciting. I have never done something like this before. But now I do. And I'm excited to start doing it in April, which is also kind of why I wanted to start my April TBR in the month of March, because I knew that once April starts, I'm going to be doing Camp NaNoWriMo. I'm going to continue working and reading, and my schedule will be crazy. So besides Wise Man's Fear and A Question for Holmes, I might pick up Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien, and it happens to be my classic for the month. And then I'll be done with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is exciting. So I'm excited to pick up Return of the King for the month of April. So those are the 3 books I plan to read in the month. Well, those are the 3 books I plan to, 1, finish and start the 2 others in this reading vlog. So I'm excited. I'll probably update you in a little while with how far I've gone. I am working today and I'm working Sunday. So Saturday happens to be probably my full day of reading. But I do plan to update you guys soon, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy reading! Hi everyone, happy Saturday, and I'm coming up to you with a reading update. I read a lot more of A Question for Holmes. I'm loving the story so far, and the dynamic between Charlotte and Jamie, and with the mystery this time, it's really good and very exciting. I'm currently on page, let's see, what page am I on? I'm currently on page 176, so it's very interesting with how far I've gotten. I'm definitely reading a lot faster, which is exciting. Let's see. I have 111 pages left in A Question for Holmes. So, I definitely plan to read more of A Question for Holmes. And then I'm going to pick up Wise Man's Fear and start that. But I'm actually starting to get ready to at least start filming my wrap-up. Possibly, maybe, we'll see. I might finish this book and then film the wrap-up. I don't know. But today's a reading day, and it's a reading day, and it's a filming day, and it's a video game day, so I might stop reading to play some video games. But I will update you later on today. Happy reading. Peace. Hey guys, I'm back with a reading update. I finished a book. I finished A Question for Holmes by Brittany Cavallaro. This story was so good. The mystery that they are trying to solve was also very good. I think it was a really good ending for the series. Am I sad that it's over? Yes. Do I wish there could be more books than 4? Yes. But altogether, I loved A Question for Holmes, and the witty remarks of Charlotte and Jamie, and I loved it, which is why I gave the story 5 stars. So I love the story, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens now. I definitely fell in love with Brittany Cavallari's writing, so I'm excited to see what she does next. So since I finished my March TBR, and so I'm gonna start my April TBR now. I think I'm gonna pick up Wise Man's Fear. But beforehand, I'm actually gonna go and I ordered some ramen for lunch, and then I'm gonna probably play some video games, and then I'll pick up Wise Man's Fear. So that's the plan for the rest of today. I'll probably update you later. Peace. Hello everyone, and happy Saturday night. It's currently 10:53 at night, and I'm coming up to you with a reading update. So I finished A Question from Holmes earlier in the day, and I picked up Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. And I can officially tell you I'm 100 pages in. I am currently on page 102. And I'm enjoying the story so far. I may have had to restart the book once, just because I was in the middle of doing something else. I took a break from playing video games to start reading the book, and then I stopped playing video games. I'm like, the story's a little bit hard to get into. And so I restarted the book, and I'm much farther in than I was anticipating. So I'm happy to reach the 100-page mark. So that is up. That's what I've read today on Saturday. So I'm actually working tomorrow. I'm working all day. I'm gonna try to read. I might bring The Return of the King with me tomorrow, and leave The Beast of Wise Man's Fear here at home. But I do plan to read more tomorrow, so I might bring Return of the King, start that, and then when I get home, I'll continue reading Wise Man's Fear. But that's the reading update, and we'll talk to you more tomorrow morning. Happy reading! Hey everyone, happy Monday. It's the end of another reading vlog. I totally forgot to update you yesterday, but I did read some more. I was at work all day, so I did some reading in the morning. I picked up Return of the King yesterday, just because this book is a lot more easier to carry around in my pocketbook. It's more travelable than Wise Man's Fear. So I picked up Return of the King, and so this my copies of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, they continue where the last book left off. So I've read up to page 788. I have to be on chapter 4, which is the Siege of Gondor. It's really interesting, and I've enjoyed reading The Return of the King so far. I've been enjoying reading the trilogy, just because it's so much different than the movies. I love the movies, don't get me wrong, but it's exciting to be able to read the series also. I haven't picked up Wise Man's Fear again, so I'm still on page 102 of Wise Man's Fear. I do plan to pick it up. I might pick it up tonight after I get off work, or after this I'll pick it up. But this is a big chunky book, so I don't know if I'll bring it with me to work or not. Who knows? You never know. But I definitely want to try to read the next 100 pages. So we'll see. I don't read that much page. But that is what the reading update is. I've started my April TBR because I finished my March TBR. And thank you for joining me on this reading vlog. Again, I'm still learning how to do this. I'm still very new. But I do hope you get to join me next time. Peace!